Namaste, beloveds. This is Mother with Wisdom, and today is a very special show. It's a gift to my spiritual brother, Ade'S, from Live Conversations with Ade'S. And today is his birthday, and this is my gift to him. Meditating on what I was going to do. I was told to do a reading, and I was told to take him all the way through the suit, from Carol Bridges, the Medicine Woman, Inner Guide Medicine Woman book, Carol Bridges. And so I'm going to start reading now. And Ade'S, I hope you're open and able to receive everything that Spirit wants to give you, and that your ancestors want you to hear and receive today. So here we go. And I was told to take you through the Arrows suite. And here we go. I'm just going to read. I'm not going to do too much talking. Here we go. Arrows. In older tarot decks, the suit is commonly referred to as swords. Within the word swords is the word words. This is an easy way to remember just what it is that causes or relieves struggle. In some tarot books, you will find the suit of swords referring oftentimes to struggle or conflict. Now we are learning that our words, thoughts, and attitudes create our reality of conflict or peace. Before you learn to take command of your words and the combination of words that are your beliefs and attitudes, the sword is an appropriate symbol for them. Your words, like swords, get you into and out of trouble. But as you can learn to take charge of your mind power, your words become arrows directed at a specific target and released with a particular energy. The point of your words must be to direct thought energy to its most inspiring and uplifting level. The words of a great poet or storyteller are good examples. They encourage right action from all who hear them. The lessons of the Arrow suit will bring you toward mastery of your mind, helping you to get what you need in life and to give what life needs from you. Your struggles will tell you when your thoughts are off the mark. Each arrow card will help you re-aim, to realign your mind with one mind, the cosmic bullseye. When your mind is aimed at the highest target, you will be magnetically drawn toward that which will cause you to take action in behalf of reaching that target. The mind is not simply a magic tool that, once thinking positively, will not cause life to bring treats to your doorstep without you taking action. It is instead a powerful magnet that will draw opportunity to you in the area of your aims and goals, and you must pursue them with continued proper attitude. Again, the words that you continue to dwell on while carrying out actions designate the kind of experience you will have during that action. And that's very powerful for you, Ade'S, brother Ade'S. That is very powerful. It's coming from your deep roots. So listen to what's being told to you, and you'll experience it. Okay, in other words, it is not enough to plan and make affirmations of what you want. You must take opportunities when they come and be mindful of right attitude, appreciation, and full participation while you act. When you are finished with the experience, you must hold words of self-acceptance about what you have done and begin again to plan and affirm the next step. The suit of arrows calls you to undertake a great mental discipline, but the rewards of life, of integrity, and clear direction are well worth the effort. As time goes by in your journey through the arrows, you will see that the point of it all, the result of your right mindfulness, right action, is to become a sage who passes wisdom on to future generations. Through words and example. Your words must guide and teach all who do not yet know those things you have spent your life discovering. Ace of arrows, will to do. Prayer, the arrow of my mind. I aim toward God, bow in hand. I am ready for anything I encounter. So filled am I with daring, I welcome challenge. I have words to guide me. I have a voice that can be heard. I can see the distant target and feel certain of my aim. I have thought, and thought is my power. I have will, and I will do. From my mind I weed all doubt, for the experience of life will be my teacher. And falling, I will pick myself up, noticing error. I will make correct. I can do what I will, for I trust the will of the highest, which is known within me. That is so you, Ade'S. The lesson of this card. Life is the card of original thought, the basic I am. Synchronicity. It is the beginning of the power to will. Here you discover your blueprint for this life's work. I will myself to be, brought you into this existence. Now you will get in touch with the form this life's reality will take through your being. Your consciousness is penetrated by thought. You have the gift of intelligence, the power to shape words into a combination that will release energy in you to go forth. You have been given many words, concepts by your culture of birth. Some of them may no longer be useful for you. They may be interfering for your good now, whereas previously they may have helped you to survive your particular situation. You are at a point of taking charge. You will begin to probe deeply into the workings of your own mind. Throughout the suit of arrows, you will find the coyote, often known as the trickster. Thoughts are also tricksters. They can fool you. Modern-day advertising is a clear example of how words can be arranged to make you feel you are getting something you are not. People in your life may also use words to fool you, or even themselves into believing that you are at fault. You should do something that they feel you shouldn't, and such things as this. Become aware of the power of words to do these things. Notice when your own words are out of alignment with how you are really feeling. Truth is a combination of several ingredients. It is congruence between your feelings and what you say. It is also saying what you feel in the way that most recognizes the principle of divinity in all things. In other words, tact and the right timing are parts of speaking the truth. Knowing your whole self is its basis. The owl in the suit of arrows stands for wisdom. Wisdom looks at experience and the effect of words on all who hear them. Wisdom decides a course of action based on the experience of self and the wisdom of ages. Trickster words may cause you to take whatever action gets you an immediate benefit without regard for the outcome of its effect on others. Words of wisdom will have the ring of the teaching of the master of life. I'm going to read that again because that's very important for you, Ade'S. Words of wisdom will have the ring of the teaching of the masters of life. They will sound eternal, applicable through many situations, many ages, and many times. Words can heal or steal. Now is the time to contemplate just what the words you hold in your mind are doing for you and to others. What meaning are you giving your life as you define your experience to yourself? How are you valuing what you do? You are not the words themselves. You are in control of them. They are your tools. You will become the master craftsman. It says craftswoman, but craftsman. with them. Words describe life, but you are the willpower behind them. Only you can act on them. Aim to take command. Two of arrows. Aim high. Prayer of this card. I have studied the map of mind. I am off to take charge of my world. In the midst of my enthusiasm, I take time out to make sure the highest goal can be seen. My motivations are clear. I am seeking the best for all. I accept help from those who have blazed the trail before me. I set my heart on a course of love. I desire plenty for all. My sights are set high above the common thought. Great Spirit, your will dwells as my highest aspirations. Lead me now on the course of making them real. Lesson. Aim toward your highest vision. Be poised for success. You are in charge. No one else can think your thoughts for you. People can offer suggestions, ideas, and teachings, but you are the bottom line. You are the final authority, author of your own intellectual life. You accept or reject everything you hear, see, and experience. You give it its value. Pull your good towards you by aiming at what you really want. That's vital for you, Ade'S. Pull your good towards you by aiming at what you really want. As you aim high, your higher self or soul is called to assist you. She is the magical grandmother who brings plenty to your life. She is that part of you that possesses the wisdom of the ages. This higher portion of yourself is trying her best to activate you toward providing well for yourself and others. Listen to her now. Three of arrows. Listen to your heart. Prayer. I allow the information I need to come to my senses by paying attention to what is before me. I see that the world gives me whatever is needed if I simply open my eyes and ears. The world is giving me constant feedback on the thoughts I hold in my mind. It provides clues to where I might find what I am looking for. I pause. I listen. I follow my heart. Grandmother, guide me with the star-bright song of your timeless way. I seek to bring plenty to my people. The lesson of Three of Arrows. Listen to your heart card. Your thoughts must travel through your heart. If your action begin with attunement to the I am mind, to the all-perfect universe, then what is coming to you now should be plenty of what you want. The buffalo is the North American native symbol of plenty. It provided food, clothing, and shelter materials for many tribes. It was respected, fully utilized, and appreciated. When it was around, no one went without. Consider the needs of your people in your aims. If you find yourself with plenty of disappointment, it is time to look at your thoughts again and into your heart. Do you set out to achieve a goal your heart was not into? Did you override deep feelings within? Were your goals overlooking the needs of others? Are there unkind words now piercing your heart and limiting your vision? Listen. Words can be stab words, S words, or solve words. I don't like you, or I forgive you. Your sword, words, can cut away the problem or wound the other one with whom you are experiencing the problem. Pay attention. Aim to foster love. Four of Arrows. Contemplate your blessings. And this is the prayer. Grandmother, I realize that the road that has been traveled most may not be the one on which I shall find my game. The structure that is already standing may need to be changed to suit my purposes. In my mind, I create anew. I am a seed of a new culture, a world yet to come. Wisdom, come whisper while I sit tying up the threads of my life. I seek to make the best use of all resources, to express my true nature, and to teach what I learn to those who follow this road behind me. The lesson of this card. Take time to organize your thoughts. Allow your recent experiences to integrate with your prior knowledge and future visions by becoming still. Meditate, contemplate, write in your journal. Perhaps sleep and dream. Pull back from trying to achieve so that you can get an overall view of things. You may be very logical and rational at first, but then free yourself of figuring things out and just float into fantasy. Get out of the stream of purposeful activity. If you do something, do it only for the enjoyment of it itself, in the moment. This is a mental discipline. Let wisdom come while you rest. Look at what you have to work with. Play with what is at hand. Have no thought of results for now. Live today within your means and see if you can be peaceful there. Everything you have, your thoughts have brought you. The road that has been traveled by others may not lead you to your own destination. Appreciate the uniqueness of your being and allow your own path to unfold before you. Appreciate the rewards that your own way of life bring to you. And your ancestors says that is very important for you to meditate upon and to integrate into your psyche in the changes that are happening within you. 5 of arrows, noticing needs. Yay, Ade'S, noticing needs. Prayer, Great Spirit, I see now that I have provided so well for myself. Others envy what I have gained. My possessions are sought by others in need. Grant me the wisdom to help them satisfy their real longings and to provide for themselves the things they desire. I'm going to stop right here because Ade'S, you do this. You do this every day. You do this. This is how I know you. This is how I know you because I can see this in you. This is what you do. This is who you are. And I thank you for it. And, okay, let me keep going and not keep getting me. Okay. Grant me the faith to continue my own way and leave no one wanting behind me. I shall revise my plan to include new knowledge you give me. I accept further understanding you will give me so that harmony once again will reign. Lesson. Though you may have created a nice life for yourself, the universe will not let you stop there. Your basic beliefs will be challenged until your personal philosophy takes into account the needs of others. More and more others, the farther along you go. On the other hand, if you have not learned to take care of yourself, your intellect will be challenged to find a suitable set of concepts that will work for you. You are going to be asked to face the world head on. You have set out on a course of action, and it is time to view the results. This can be a frightening time when you are tempted to throw out your own way of doing things. If results are not as you had hoped, and to adopt another belief system without critical consideration. Rather than becoming a quick convert, it is better to look at your own way with a critical eye and fine-tune the places where it could use improvement. That's specifically from the elders. You have built a foundation. Your way has brought you this far. Even if you are laughed at the first time you present yourself publicly, you must realize that the presentation was the only way to actualize any new form. Deep for you, Ade'S, because big things are coming for you. And this is for you, so let me shut up. When the audience laughs, The worst is over. You have now gained the insight necessary to revise your plan, refine your act, and step forth once again in confidence. Your success could bring jealousy, envy, or criticism from others. Yet, your generous urge to share what you have may be the wrong move here. Be sure you pass on what others truly need to better their own condition. Six of Arrow, in struggle. The prayer. I take time now to reflect on that which I have done. I have met a challenge. The struggle is ended, but my consciousness seeks to overcome the conditions that lead to this struggle in all beings. My mind must float a while in new waters. Though I can care for myself, I must find a way in which self-caring can also encompass others. I enter new territory as I decide to readjust my aim, to shift my course so that it encompasses even greater wisdom than I have gleaned thus far. Come now, light of fresh insight, take me to the mountain. Go on here with your bad self idea. Go on to the mountain. Lesson. Let go of the past, the immediate past as well as those ghosts of childhood. And this reverberates, is vibrating. The hairs on my arm are going ding, 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 ding. You have had a humbling experience just when you thought you were on top of the world. Leave the sorrow behind and go forth in peace, knowing a greater understanding is ahead. You are entering an expansive period. So many doors are getting ready to open up for you, Ade. I'm so happy because you give, and it's finally time for you to receive. And you're getting what you need, brother. With the help of others, you are going to know life from a greater perspective. Look ahead. Leave broken dreams behind. The pieces will reform into portions of a new dream at a later time. Trust the flow of life as it takes you forward. It is a good time to meditate. Seek higher wisdom. Stop the flow of old thoughts. Look to the light. You had to reach this plateau before you could climb higher. Your first goal reached, your sights must be set higher. Cast away fear and doubt as you flow forward toward the dawn. Seven of Arrows. Listen to the truth of the sages. Prayer for this card. Grandmothers, grandfathers, open your ways to me. I will practice and perfect them in my peaceful place within. I understand that I am the translator of all your words for the world in which I am living. Speak to my heart, my soul. Let seeker and wisdom be one. I want you to know that that is so deep. When you have the seeker and the wise one come together as one, there is a integration of spirit energy, a vibration that will lift you higher and align and attune you to be able to perceive things on a much deeper basis and have it resonate with you. It's like an awakening inside of you. It's like getting a new power almost when you are able to unite the seeker and the wise one. The seeker is the you that is looking for answers, that needs the answers, that is hungry for the answers, that it is the want, it is the yearning itself. That is what the seeker is in you. And the wise one is the one with the answers. That's the one who has always existed. And when you pair them together, you have put mother with child and self with higher self with lower self and so forth and so on. You've made the connections, you've connected the dots. Okay. All thanks be to you who have walked before me. Lesson. You are finding through your experience that some of the truths you were taught in the past are of real value. Though you may have left the religion of your childhood and set aside some of your early training, you are finding support from the sages. Ancient ways are being revealed to you through your own life events. You have questioned. You have let go of that which did not benefit you. You are now edging beyond the skepticism of all systems of thought and coming to see one light uniting them all. You are opening to the masters of wisdom as they reveal their truths in response to your everyday concerns. Can you be humble enough to accept the words of those who have lived their lives to reveal divine wisdom to you? Reclaim that which empowers you. You now understand how certain beliefs help or hinder you. Take into yourself those ways of thinking that enhance your life and its greatest purpose. Do not be afraid to adopt the ways of the wise. It's getting darker in here if you see the light aspect changing in the video or whatever. That's what's going on. And I'm trying to get done before it gets totally dark in here or whatever. Here we go. 8 of Arrows. Excuse me. Got hair. Commitment to a way or a day. Here we go. This is for you. Prayer. My tools are now within. I am master of my mind, and I give my knowledge that others may master their lives. I live by the creed of words within me. No battle inside or conflict outside will frighten me. I can do what I believe I must. I give what it takes to restore and renew. I have been called and I answer. From perfect peace I take my call. My will and the will of the Father are one. In Mother, the world of matter, my gifts are offered. Lesson. You have advanced to a new perspective. From here you will empower others by offering a means to their greater well-being. You will give gifts that continue to give by their own nature. Now that you have a new philosophy, religion, or lifestyle, each of these describes a large body of words you live by. You must realize that it will restrict you in certain ways. Initially, you will be blind to those restrictions, but in time, you will notice. At that point, you must realize the power of restriction. Commitment can be freedom. You must realize that there is no way to be completely unrestricted and still be living. Each belief system fences you in and at the same time frees you to do things you could not do otherwise. For instance, the concept of marriage may restrict you to experiencing sexuality with just one partner, but it frees you to go with that partner to peaks of intimacy which would not be available to you otherwise. The concept of being a vegetarian may restrict you from eating meat, but free you to experience the increased physical energy and heightened consciousness you can only know through a body purified by live whole foods. The concept of dressing for success may limit your creative expression, but can land you a high-paying job. So you can see the value of knowing the power of restriction. You are not searching now in this area of your life, but have a workable philosophy in which your commitment will free your spirit to reach previously unreachable goals. And that's good information for you, Ade. That's very powerful for you. Knowing you as a brother, I know that is some good information for you. 9 of Arrows. Overcome doubt and fear. Prayer. I can see through sorrows. I can see through struggles. What I find is mind. The mental concepts, the attitudes, the beliefs I hold. I cherish for what they have allowed me to do. But I also see that they are simply ways of perceiving reality and not reality itself. The only reality is ultimate harmony, and troubles are simply trips the mind is taking. As I stumble on the path, I put myself down and I pick myself up by the way I value each step. I am way above rules, though not above using them. I am deeply respectful of all that is. I laugh at all that isn't. Even blind, I can see the worries, that worries are clouds drifting past eternity. And that was so powerful. I used to have that on one of my pages as just an introduction to who I was, because I felt so drawn to that. And it just speaks a multitude. So, lesson, trying to move on so I can finish. The world appears to oppress its people. Darkness abounds. Yet you can penetrate those clouds of worry and fear by aiming into the light. You do not need to see all answers and have all solutions before you act. Just point your heart toward good. Perhaps you have found something you did not expect. You have looked into the darkness and found your own greatest fear. You are being shown what you have placed in the shadows of your consciousness. What you wanted to forget has raised its head, but only to ask if you have gained enough wisdom and strength to deal with it more fully. That's deep for you today. It may seem like a nightmare at first. You may not want to look at it, but you must accept your dark side, your hidden desires, and integrate them with your light side in order to experience wholeness. You are never given a challenge that you do not have the skills to meet. And that's very important for you. You can make a t-shirt with that on it. That you won't meet a challenge that you do not have the skills to meet. It may seem as though you are shooting in the dark, but go ahead. Use the skills you have been working to develop. This is their supreme test. A new surge of power awaits your success. The mask is lifted as you look behind the face of things to see that your fear was merely self-doubt rather than an external enemy. Take heart. Lift your bow of confidence and shoot pure thoughts of love, strength, and highest vision. Aim for the good of the whole. 10 of arrows. Steadfast mind. Prayer. Having developed my body, taken charge of my thoughts, and risen above the struggle of life, I am in command. I fully accept my leadership role. My training is complete. Now I can wear the cloak of success where all can freely view me. It is in this role that others may criticize, envy, and attempt to overthrow my power. But I lead in confidence, knowing that if I keep my eye on the goal and my heart in your hands, Great Spirit, I cannot fail. I am centered in peace, and my will is my power. My shield is my positive thought. My still mind keeps me from all disruption. Thanks be to those lessons I have been given. Lesson: false friends cannot harm you, though your ego may feel attacked. Your philosophy will see you through. Your leadership is being resisted. Every positive idea you have had is being met with equal and negative force. But hold steady. You have come a long way to develop your belief system. You have probably reached a point where you thought you had it all together. This current resistance by others may be an unexpected turn of events, but your true self will shine through. Everything unnecessary will fall away, including false friends. Hold to your truth. Stand fast in love. You may feel humbled, and your ego self may not like what is happening, but do not give way to anger, resentment, and thoughts of a low nature. Your target is God realization, not revenge. The warrior's path is straight and clear. She simply does not waver from the good. Apprenticeship of arrows, and almost done with it. Prayer. I speak in the words that affirm the positive. I write in words that speak the truth, knowing that truth is the underlying goodness within creation, and anything less than wondrous is false. I dismiss all thoughts of I can't and feelings that I am not responsible. I throw off whatever limits my good and the good of those around me. I see beauty and I speak to beauty. I love and I speak to love. Where I cannot see these, I supply them. Bravely I go forth and change the words that cause harm, grief, or hunger. That is so deep, Ade, because that is what you do. This is so you, you know. I change the laws. I change limits. I review concepts. I remind myself. I recreate a better place to play. I am a messenger bringing new thoughts that are the seeds of freedom. With the words you give me, Great Spirit, the young shall be liberated, the world transformed. Lesson. Your words live forever in the hearts and minds of 7 generations. Speak in such a way that their minds can develop images of better ways. In guiding anyone, particularly youth, make sure your words assist their becoming self-responsible, capable, and caring. Listen to the needs of the developing soul of the student, just as you have been listened to by the ever-present guiding beings who stand by you in total love. Encourage the expression of highest self in all beings. Point the way by your own life and actions. You will return to life in the world you have given your children. Teach that all can be transformed. The young have come to correct the errors of your generation. Give them the skills to do so. They are hope. Give them faith in themselves. Inspire courage. Share the wisdom that has helped you on your own path and the wisdom that you have developed. Point the way. Encourage harmonious action. There is a child somewhere awaiting the knowledge you hold, Ade. And I know how that touches you because that touches me. And I know how you feel about children. So I'm going to read this again because, again, as I said at the very beginning, this is from your ancestors. There is a child somewhere awaiting the knowledge you hold. And you are going to feed their souls and their spirits. And they're going to help up until the next 7 generations. And it's going to be because of you, because of the love and the way you give and the way you are expanding in your own spirit. Okay. Totem of arrows. Coyote the four-legged. Prayer. Through all my battles I have come. On a hard path I have traveled. This is so you. So you. This is the prayer of Coyote the four-legged. Through all my battles I have come. On a hard path I have traveled. With mountain below I sit at the peak. The clouds are my pillows now. The sun is my crown. And I will sit here until my teachings are heard, never ceasing to speak. Those with ears to hear will feel my wild and cunning nature. I am free, yet determined. I know my way and seize every opportunity that comes on my path. Ade, you know that's you. The spirit moves me. Lesson. The coyote has been known as the trickster. There is no greater trickster than words. If you can learn their power, you have mastered a tremendous force. People often trick themselves into believing they have achieved a goal simply because they can verbalize it. But words must be backed by full commitment of action to achieve. People are also tricked into believing that they are the words others use to describe them. You are not what others think of you. You are the words you allow to dwell in your mind. People are persuaded by words, believing in false promises. You must not only listen, but observe. Do others act in accord with the words you hear them speaking? Do you? Trust not words alone, but the power behind them. Listen to the essence of what is being spoken. And I know you do that. I know you do that. Your body often knows truth before your mind does. Like the four-leggeds, you have an inner sense of when to pay attention. Your instinctive body senses danger, pleasure, promise. It knows when to exercise caution, restraint, abandon, frivolity, grace, cunning. Learn its way. Listen with your whole body. Almost done. I'm coming closer now because of the lighting. The teaching of the arrows, liberator. And this is the prayer of this card. In the name of harmony and peace I live. I am the one who speaks. I have studied the great warriors, the peacemakers, those who freed slaves, and those who stood their own ground. I am learning the themes of their lives and making them my own. I am learning from revolutionary women and evolutionary men the very qualities that gave them undying spirit. I am gathering to myself the knowledge that I too can draw on the great mind. In my life, I will correct an injustice. I will right a wrong. I will bring love where none has been known. I attune myself to the sound of truth, and I listen until I am known. This is the lesson. It is time to put yourself in the company of great minds, whether through books, films, or person to person. Surround yourself with heroic presence. Read the words of those who mastered life. Listen to music that fills you with positive visions. Let poetry enter and inspire you. Delete from your reality the sounds and images that bring you down. At least in your personal space, surround yourself with visual, auditory, and sensory experiences that uplift. Create your own teaching lodge of the arrows. No bad news here. No television, no newspapers, no magazines that do not support your highest aspirations. It is time to create, at least in your own small space, a completely inspiring environment. Then welcome God and Goddess. Exemplar of the arrows, master storyteller. The prayer of this card. Once upon a time, I lived a warrior's life. I strived, I sought, I conquered my fears. I saved the lives of others who were fearful by helping them be brave, and you still do to this day. And all the way I enjoyed myself. So I am here to talk about it. Hear my stories, and you will learn my warrior's way. Listen to my life, and you will find the way that is your own to travel. For I am kind and can see all ways. I have risen high up to the sky and soar with eagles to watch you. I have dug into the soil of my soul and grown. I have traveled by instinct to journey's end and floated in peace in the night. My eyes are above the world, but my stories are in it. Thus, I can teach, and my words will be beautiful. Lesson, the exemplar has lived and thus passes on wisdom, not empty words. Back up your beliefs with experience. This is the only way to test for truth. And I'm going to say that again. The exemplar has lived and thus passes on wisdom, not empty words. Back up your beliefs with experience. This is the only way to test for truth. And that's an important message for you, Ade. Um, Only you know why. So I'll leave it at that. You know, that's what Mama said. So important. Pay attention. Okay. The exemplar is the master storyteller, a sage and wise one whose words empower. It is time to encourage the young, clarify possibility for a balanced future, and disseminate pure thought. You have cast out doubt and despair. Now you can reveal hopes that can be made real by those who follow you. Speak of the world worth working for. Speak of the world worth working for. And you do that. And I thank you for that. Your words pave the way to the future. Your experience tells you which words hold fast through time. Your thoughts are pure, for they are blessed on a reality you understand fully by the life you have lived. They are not in conflict with what is, but encompass and describe it. Mama said take note of that. And that is the end of the Suit of Arrows. And again, this was taken from, hope you can see it, Carol Bridges, The Medicine Woman's Inner Guidebook. There we go. And again, this was my very first tarot deck set. And it helped me learn so much. And I didn't pull cards with this. I went card by card. I went through the chapters the way it's designed, and the first card is always the Fool. And well, in this one it's the Seed, not the Fool. But it goes on, and it gives you so much to integrate and to understand about yourself, and it gives you a medicine and a wisdom that invites your soul and your spirit to expand, because it resonates with such love. You know, there's such wisdom in this book, in this deck, and the cards themselves are beautiful. The book itself is wonderful. And if you don't know anything about tarot, this would be the first deck I say that you should get, simply because it will take you and teach you about tarot in a non-traditional way. So many of us come with our own belief sets and what tarot is and the divination and so forth and so on, but this is a healing. This book is a healing. It does it in a very introspective way. It takes you by your hand and say, let's sit and let's see, you know. And so that's what this book is. And this, the Suit of Arrows, has come for Ade. It is also the Suit of Swords, traditionally, but in here it is the Suit of Arrows. And Ade, I hope everything that has been given is received in your heart space, in your sacred space. And I hope it speaks to you in a way that allows greater expansion and a greater expression of your own I am presence. And with that, I want to say again, happy birthday to you. And many, many more. Okay, that is going to be it for me. And this is Mother with Wisdom. Be loved and be blessed. And this was the Arrow Suit reading for Ade Aniwushe. I hope I said that right. He tried to teach me, and I hope I said it right. If I didn't, he can throw ugly shoes at me and I'll accept them. I'll duck or something. Okay, and that's it. Be loved and be blessed.